All right, boom, we're live. So we're back. This is TTM Academy. This is DJ Radon. So yeah, we're going to be continuing the subject of our last lecture. And this is about the whole Rashad Jamal case. And also, I'm on Facebook Live, so censorship thing where they'll just like drop out the audio for like 2 seconds, sometimes randomly, sometimes at specific words, you know. But so I'm not gonna be doing the Facebook lectures anymore. I'm gonna, be streaming through like maybe Instagram or some other things in the future. But right now I'm still streaming through Facebook, whatever. But yeah, so if there's audio dropouts, like in the last couple lectures, that's Facebook doing that. I'm not like, bleeping out stuff, though I do bleep out stuff. But yeah, so this lecture today is about, kind of like what happened with Elvis. A lot of Elvis fans are like, oh, Elvis isn't dead, da da da, Mm, I would say fanatic, subscribers, because, a lot of, his subscribers are intimidating people. I'll say followers over subscribers, but yeah, they're intimidating people. They're literally, uh, what I'm saying, flaunting their choppers, and just pushing the whole thug, gangster, hotep stuff that, I've been talking about in the past, a couple lectures. That's, a plague to the black community, because not only do we have to worry about, the Bloods and the Crips and all that stuff, now we got to worry about, gangster disciple merging, Rashad being a former or current gangster disciple merging that doctrine with, conscious type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, wearing crystals but cussing people out. You got to think about how charged the crystals are, because crystals, take in the energy. And, somebody's just sitting there cursing people out all day, then, wearing the crystals, you got to think about how that thing is charged. But yeah, so let's get to this. Yeah, so this cat from O Block, a lot of it's kind of sad community, now that gangsters are seen as the primary type of rapper, kids all across the country or even around the world, they all look at O Block as like a mecca now. It's like, oh, O Block is like this hip hop mecca because that's where the most people die and it's the most dangerous, so, supposedly the most dangerous, street in the nation or whatever is crime and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna start with what this guy's talking about. And he's basically saying that, Rashad Jamal might be faking his jail sentence. Um, and, that's actually something that we're going to clear up today because, I think Sa Netter actually was actually saying like he thinks that, Polite was possibly scamming with this whole thing, this whole R. Kelly thing that he was doing, like maybe scamming with the parent to get publicity since now, But we'll talk about Polite as he relates to Rashad in the next lecture. But this lecture is just about, is Rashad actually in Barrow County facility? And so I'm gonna just play this guy real quick, this O Block guy. All right, so I'm gonna the screen big. I'm just gonna play this real quick. Oops, let me turn the volume up. Go back. Whoops. All right, so I'm gonna press play.
Did it? Another part of me believes solely that dude, I think he's faking it. So it can only be either. It can only be at least two ways, bro. I mean, even if you like lied about it with the intentions to grow your, and you're still a. You thought about it. Like this shit starts in the mind.
So he's saying that either Rashad Jamal is faking being in jail or he really is in jail. So we know the charges were R. Kelly charges. I'm gonna bleep out the P word that guy was saying, but for the YouTube algorithms and whatnot. But yeah, so he's saying that, oh, maybe he's faking it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the name of this thing. Alleged P word Jamal Rashad Jamal, or might be faking his jail sentence. All right, so we're going to debunk that. So we're going to debunk this theory that's out there that he's faking it and da da da, and maybe he used this for clout. Uh, so we're going to go to Barrow County inmate search. All right, so I'm going to pull that up. All right. All right, so here at TTM Academy, we don't, we pretty much are, we're a hip hop science institution, and the reason we're covering these topics dealing with to crime is because the whole hip hop culture. It's ever since the early '90s and when they turned on the turnkey school to prison pipeline, hip hop has just gotten more and more gangster every single day until now. This is the year 2022 where in Atlanta, like I was saying before, playing GA, the DA's been cracking down on this type of stuff. And this arrest wasn't a DA arrest with RASHAD Jamal. This was him, getting in trouble. A lot of his fans, a lot of his fans are trying to be like, oh, this is, the system trying to frame a brother and da da da. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he got kidnapping charges with for his son or whatever. And a lot of his crazy fans are like, you can't kidnap your own child, but it's like custody of the child, or you can definitely kidnap your own child. Somebody left that in the comments saying, just talking a lot of crazy stuff. And a lot of his fans are also and saying, well, colonizers have been doing all this type of heinous stuff over the years. So why are you focusing on Rashad? And in my lectures, I speak about all different types of subjects of all, whether it's, different parts of history and the present, so, we speak about those type of things too, but that doesn't erase what, Rashad's actually done, the things that he's been convicted of and actually pled guilty for in the past, and this new stuff that's all allegations. So now we're here in front of the Barrow County Detention Center inmate inquiry. And if you type that in, you'll see, it's all lined up alphabetically. And let's scroll down and get to W, right? His last name's White, RASHAD Jamal White. All right, so we're going to have to go to the next page, right? Or actually, no, because White would be up here, right? So, right, we see WHE. We're going to go to the next one. We're going to click next. Right? And do we see RASHAD Jamal White on here? So we don't see his name on here. So a lot of people feel like, oh, look, his name's not on there. Maybe he's not really in there. This is a hoax. Uh, it's really, I actually contacted the Barrow County Detention Center because, to clear this up, they confirmed that Rashad is definitely in there. They just haven't inputted his name into this database. And also, if you look at this database as a shoddy database, because if you type any of these people's names, uh, like if you type a name in there, I don't even think it'll work. Like, let me see, I'm gonna type Wheeler, Wheeler, that's already on there. I'm gonna hit enter, and look, it says no data. So, as far as like software programming and programming, whoever created this, I don't know if it's HTML2 or whatever, whoever created this HTML or Java or whatever this is coded in, they, they made it so that you can only pretty much search everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you can't search any individual names. You can only, search when you take away the name, take away Wheeler, and then I'm going to click search again, and all the names pop up. So this is the only way you can search on here. Now you see it says 100 inmates. It says 107 inmates, and I believe the whole detention center only holds about 200 inmates. You know what I'm saying? So they're like at half. And but so yeah, I called him up this morning to confirm, and yeah, he's definitely in there. Because I might have to be getting a restraining order against RASHAD Jamal just because of the it was either a threat from him or a physical threat from one of his fans, right? And I'm still trying to find out the identity of the person that used to be called Sunrod the Shaman, and they just changed their name to Indigenous Warrior. They're like, pull up, I'm off Cascade, where you at? And that's I live in Atlanta, and so people sending me threats. That's a very, very serious thing. And I take those things seriously. All right. Now, I'm not going to answer that because I'm in this lecture, but yeah, so we can see here that I'm going to wrap this up though. We can see that he's not on this list. It is confirmed. I called him this morning, and I'll put the other information in there. Let me find that. Let me see. I'm gonna find the info. Okay, so yeah, here's the info. Let me paste this in. And I'm tending to be repeating stuff a lot in case Facebook, adds those extra audio dropouts like they keep doing. All right, so this is it. This is the Barrow County Detention Center, Georgia inmate search. I called him even though his name's not on that list. Um, you can call them up and they'll say that he's there. They confirm that he's definitely there. So all his subscribers that are trying to say he's not really there, and maybe using that list that I just showed y'all to support not real. He really is there. Just because this list is saying something else, it just shows that they haven't inputted it. And this whole search engine thing is a shoddy search engine. It doesn't even work as an actual search engine. It only shows basically the whole data list, and whoever programmed it, probably just skipped a bunch of steps and left some stuff not working properly because you can't actually search names. You can only just see everything, right? Now, so yeah, so that's basically, so this is what the detention center looks like. It's a 200 person capacity. But that pretty much wraps this quick lecture up. This was just a quick lecture just to dispel that myth that people are trying to say that like, oh, he's not in jail, because he's saying he's an alien from another planet. He's talking about Planet Kai. He says he's from this other planet and stuff like that. And people are saying, well, if you're from another planet, why can't you get yourself out or whatever. But he's the thing about all this gangster hotep stuff is that it really affects people's lives. People are really getting death threats, and the gangster disciples are really killing people. We went over the gangster disciples in the last episode, the last lecture. And it's a real gang, and he's says he's not part of the gang anymore, but he's still threatening people, and he's got multiple felonies on him in the past, and so he's not allowed to carry semi-automatic weapons and stuff like that. And he's got them in his videos, he's showing them in his house, and that's that, and he's intimidating other people on YouTube. People are just reporting stories and stuff like that. And his fans are calling up, or not calling but sending texts and comments and stuff, threatening people and stuff like that. It's just too much. I'm all about peace and hip hop. And and a lot of people have been pointing the finger at me, being like, "Oh, you're an agent. You're an agent." So we're going to talk about that today. Am I an agent? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not an agent. I'm not getting checks from some type of agency to so-called bring brothers down. But to me, every brother is not a brother, because black devils do exist. Just like any ethnicity can commit a crime. You know what I'm saying? Any ethnicity can commit a crime. So being black doesn't absolve somebody from a crime. He committed a heinous crime against an 11-year-old, allegedly, right? And we'll see what happens in court, because she's definitely going to be testifying. You know what I'm saying? In this type of case, they have to testify. They can't just you can't just be she told her mom something. Police is like, no, she actually sat down at the police station and psychiatrists, and they gave her the dolls and stuff to show what happened. And I believe she was saying she had the one doll and put the doll on top of the other doll and stuff like that. So more things may have happened than she even told her mom, because she told her mom just about general M word stuff, or much more may have even happened. Um, and so it's very, very important to always, in these types of situations, when it's an R. Kelly type of thing, as for karma's sake, I'm always going to go with the children. You know what I'm saying? Save our children. protect the children are the future. It's like Whitney Houston's talking about, and why would I go with, or not anybody? Why would somebody side with somebody that's bagging yay in videos and claiming gang ties and threatening people? He has domestic violence charges and attempted murder charges. Why would somebody take that person's word over an 11-year-old girl that has no charges, no criminal record, no, you know what I'm saying, no domestic violence charges? You know what I'm saying? Um, why? And that's blind faith. You know what I'm saying? Like I've said before, I think a lot of people in our community are coming out of the church. I came out of the church. My grandfather, street named after him in Milwaukee, Reverend Willie Wunzo. And I think what happens is a lot of times people are coming out of the church and they kind of replace the pastor with a lot of these YouTuber people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, how could you talk about Pastor Johnson like that? It's almost the same, like, oh, how could you talk about Pastor White like that? How can you talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's a conscious guy trying to, save the black community, this and that. But it's like, no, there's a million YouTubers out there, and there's a million YouTubers that don't have any heinous criminal records. It's like, why is everybody following all these criminals, right? You got to really think about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so people are like, oh, he's an agent. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up this picture right now. This is for Rashad fans that are like, oh, he's an agent, this and that. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up this picture. So where does this picture come from? This is me at the U.S. Department of State. So no, I'm not an agent, but I am a agent of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I am here to spread peace and positivity through hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be going into my homie TC Islam's murder next time. And we're going to be going into Zoo Nation and being a gang. Campbell even admitted that he was doing a drive-by for Bambaataa. Like Bambaataa was driving the car and Hassan did a drive-by. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to be going into that type of stuff. Against crime. I'm against crime. I'm an American citizen. I'm proud to be, Choctaw on my mom's side, Black Choctaw on my mom's side, and Cherokee on my dad's side, out of Tennessee. So Mississippi Choctaws, Chickasaws, and Cherokee, Tennessee. So yeah, I'm upstanding citizen, and I'm against crime. You know what I'm saying? So people that are like, anti-police, and that's pro-anarchy. I'm not pro, crooked cops. I'm not pro-institutional racism. I'm against that. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that, things can be handled, through law. You know what I'm saying? Because law was created by black people. Because, there was a time 65,000 years ago is when the first Dravidians arose, but before that it was only black folks. So before, it's like we invented law. You know what I'm saying? We had law when there was nobody else. So I believe in law and I believe in justice. So yeah, this picture is me at the U.S. Department of working for the Next Level program. And for those of y'all that don't know what the Next Level program is, it's a kind of like a continuation you know, of what Dizzy Gillespie and all that stuff they were doing back in the day, bringing American culture around the world. So what they do is with the Next Level program, they bring hip hop artists into developing countries to teach them about hip hop culture and stuff like that, and spreading American culture. And a lot of people look at like America as the bad guy, but to me, if you look at the U.S. was built by my people. We built the White House. You know what I'm saying? Security. So that's why I would say America is the best place for Black people, and I'm talking about the USA. You know what I'm saying? So some people will zoom in and be like, look at his thing. Look, he's an agent. But it's like, no, we just as hip hop artists, we got invited to that, that's in case somebody were to try to, uh, pull my card or something, but I'm gonna type in DJ Radon next level. So I'm gonna type DJ Radon next level. We're gonna click on this.
Hulu Ad Manager is the easy way for businesses like yours to advertise on Hulu.
Oh, this is going too fast. I'm gonna slow it down. Let's see. So yeah, so this is for people calling me agent. I'm not an agent, but I did, work for the U.S. Department of State in spreading hip hop music into Cartagena. We went to Cartagena, Colombia. Shout out to Kid Glide. Shout out to all the people that came there with us. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So I'm gonna press play.
Greetings, my name is Ray. I go by DJ Radon, and I'm out here in Cartagena, Colombia. It's really great to be here with the Next Level 3.0 program, and we've got a wonderful group of students, and I'm really excited to be doing this. And every BPM, every speed of a record creates its own geometric shape. So 100 beats per minute is a triangle. How did I create my system? In 1999, I devised a system of notation for DJ music called the turntablist transcription methodology. And I was basically just using trigonometry to describe the movement of the record over time. To me, turntablist means a musician that's using the turntable as an instrument. So I like to play parties, of course, and I started playing parties, but I'm really into, creating music with the turntable. Teaching with the Next Level 3.0 program has been a great experience. The students are really great. They're at a lot of different skill levels. I've got some advanced students, some newer students, but most of the students have been, DJing already for a couple of years, and it's next level.
El impacto que el próximo nivel ha tenido con la comunidad de hip hop en Cartagena ha sido satisfactoria. Muchos jóvenes que están en riesgo de peleas han encontrado la mejor manera de disfrutar más y de crecer más espiritual y en conocimiento. Bailarines, los DJs, los
And you see, this is in Cartagena, Colombia, and you can see everybody's pretty much black here, and all the kids. You know what I'm saying? This is who we were performing for,
una evolución
and this is who we were teaching as well.
completa. ¿Por qué? Porque podemos transmitir a nuestras comunidades que están en riesgo también la mejor metodología para salir de la pobreza, para poder vivir profesionalmente. En mí me ha dado un gran motivo para seguir adelante e impulsar a más jóvenes a que hagan parte de este proyecto. El impacto es elegante, uno más.
So yeah, that wraps things up, and yeah, you can go to the next level, nextlevelusa.org, and this is me, DJ Radon, and you know what I'm saying. This whole program was designed to help the world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm part of the conscious rap movement from the 90s that was dissing the gangster rap stuff, and we'll continue to do that.
What y'all know about McKinneyville arachnids? With 10 trillion ants swarming all over with mandibles latching. Atlantis finest, mantis madness, the otis. Apple Apollo Osiris Osalago modest. And to be exact, this there ain't no more playing GA Tamaray. Open all three of your eyelids. The highest title, numero uno, commander-in-chief on this beat. Romandio fleet to Guantanamo. That's how we playing dominoes, man. When you hop in the whip, bumping the Celia cruising, I knew they go Calderon. Then hit the liquid eyes, looking like Riddick Chronicles, Pominos. It's the Honorable Apache break, Geronimo, woke path on the prodigal, keeping your eye on the Powerball. Now you see we switching lanes. What y'all really know about the Ripper's veins? So many names, shot down in flames. Woe after woe, we see through they games. Password, hood, rave, pound, settle, dose. Shout out to be for highway, folk holding down O's. Oh, midday, took my ex chromosome. Hexadecimal, syllabary, electrical, goon, metal, chrome. Poem, manifesting in song. And took one for my folks that's gone. I'm so good, I'm on. The book is on. Good looking throne. Keep booking down. This here Brooklyn Con. Keep on cooking, y'all. Or make sure to check your phone and update the song. And took one for my folks that's gone. And this goes back to TNC Surf. About the same time Bill and Ted's adventure had crossed my turf. DNA time travel ley line of earth. Master of rain, kick flip on vert. Triptych televised, picnic reverse. Misfits telling lies, lifted the curse. Hit, hooray, Don Quixote Bay. Trick switch, terrorize, this is the verse. And don't sleep on this likeness. Fight, grip mic, check the hype. This nitrous fight. This nicest repeat ISIS. Neck bit, vulture my shoulder, we pirates. Lynchian spices, Libyan prices. Paneo, penny process. Set a billion cycles. 50K horsepower, my S will be bison. Even Russian psychics get hype when Os is right in. Sound clash of titans, Os techno Viking, Highlander lightning. Chopping heads for biting, outlast the tightest, low, no hype, man. What y'all really know about Atlanta likings? Senses heightened in Jetsu silence, chupacabra sightings through empathic mind tricks. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. What y'all suckers know about the science of siphons? Scuba dive with dolphins, life's totally awesome. Crossword crossing, crossroad crosses. Off-road boss house, dukes are cautious. Sonic clear raw dog, chronologically sawed off. Quantum mechanics shotgun, Copenhagen options. Gold plated, solid state, circuit boat gossip. Popping and locking, 1990 the possum. And who the Colossus of Gotham? Heavy in Austin, worldwide Boston. And that's just for talking. Zero gravity golf and watch the bouncing Spalding.